So, behind her back, I call her different things. But in front of her, I call her Mrs.
What do you call her behind her back?
That is between me and the boss.
Well, I was behind your back, you know.
So for the past 5 years, she's been at the helm of TVJ and TVJ-SN as general manager of Jamaica's #1 television station. Mrs. Claire Grant is with us on set to help celebrate TVJ's 20th anniversary.
And before she was GM, what was she?
Head of sales and marketing. She was editor at the Star.
All right, well, I didn't mean
You want me to go further?
Yes, before editor at the Star, what she was.
Well, we have to talk
I St. Jacob
quietly and privately
and a
about
graduate
that.
of which university
Mr.
again?
Smarts.
Into foreign?
What's significant about today, this date?
Well, today is the birthday, the official day when former RJR Communications Group actually legally acquired Jamaica Broadcasting Corporation to become TVJ that we now have.
Yeah, you did watch JBC?
Of course.
You did watch SSTV?
No.
Well.
You liar,
Oh my gosh.
When you thought about this position, why would you want to apply for a position, #1 station in the country, so many expectations as the leader? Why would you want to even sit in that chair?
I mean, when the opportunity came up, it was daunting, but I think that there are a lot of things that, for me, it made sense. I started in media in 1990 at the Gleaner. It's kind of strange. I left the Gleaner in 2006 to come here to do marketing, and at that point in time, I had just completed an MBA in marketing. So there are a lot of things that were kind of pointing you to have an appreciation of media from a different level. Now, at the Gleaner, I worked on the editorial side. I came here and I worked on the commerce side, the business side, and it gave me a really interesting perspective of the industry. I remember when I first started working at the Gleaner, going and watching the press run for the first time, and I thought that was magical. And then I came here, and I remember Claudette Robinson was studio production manager, and said, I want to see Smile. And she said, come. And I came in at about 5 minutes to 6, and the magic that I thought I saw with print, this was just, it just got
magic
into
and
your blood.
madness.
Magic and madness.
We want to mention that, interestingly enough, they say Jamaica is a place where you'll find most female managers.
Yes.
There have been 3 women at the helm of TVJ. We started with Dr. Marcia Forbes, who served 1999 to 2005. She's about to get her OD. So congratulations to you, Doc.
Yes.
Then we went on to Miss Kay Osborne from 2005 to 2012. And she was a genius in her own right, built us up and gave us, just giant status. And then Claire came in and we've been growing steadily, even on that foundation that was set before. What do you think it is about TVJ? And sometimes we talk about the product like it's not ours, because sometimes you have to be able to step away and look at it objectively. But just from the layman on the street, the comments we get about the station and so on and so forth, what do you think it is that sets us apart from the competition, even as evidenced in the All Media survey?
Well, it's an interesting thing that there's some very simple things that make Television Jamaica so special. And one of the things is the name Television Jamaica. It is a very important part of what the brand means to the fabric of the nation. So when we say we're the nation station, and then you say the nation station is Television Jamaica, it resonates in a way that it's who we are. Just this week, actually, All Angles did the quiz.
Yes.
And we've been having a pretty rough time in the World Championships. And it was interesting looking at the comments in social media. Somebody actually wrote, we so needed this. Thank you, Television Jamaica. And you kind of get the sense that people have an expectation that this brand is to make them happy, to give them hope, to give them a sense of purpose, to make them think that they are actually bigger than they are, and we are bigger than we are. And every time the brand does something, it means something to the people in a way that is very different. I see it and experience it over and over again, and I always say to the team that we have such an awesome responsibility because of the brand that we represent and because of what we mean to Jamaica.
Yeah. Speaking about responsibility, I introduced you as general manager of TVJ and TVJ said, which is true, but you're general manager television services is your official. So it's not just television Jamaica.
No, it's
a huge task.
It's all of the TV brands within the group, which includes Jamaica News Network and RETV, which is.
But how difficult is that? Because you want to keep this station number 1, but you want to bring everybody to number 1. So you kind of fighting, competing against yourself almost.
Not really, you know. I mean, from the point of the acquisition of the additional cable brands, which at the time would have been JNN and RE, TVJ SN is a part of the TVJ product. It was always understood the future role of those brands in supporting the television.
Everybody
Jamaica
has a different
brand.
mandate.
Exactly.
Right.
Every brand has a different mandate, and they are there to flank and support what I like to call the mother brand.
Flagship, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
So strategy then is important to keeping the flagship afloat.
Definitely.
One of the areas of feedback that we receive a lot is about local programming, and I know we are moving to address that, even though we do carry a lot of local programming on the station. That's increased dramatically. Tell us about some of the steps we're going to make in that direction so we can see more of ourselves.
Well, it's interesting, and all the general managers before have had that focus. So part of what has made Television Jamaica so powerful and so important in the mindset of Jamaicans is the idea of Jamaican content. And so we've started it, we've built on it. We've gotten to a point now where certainly with the launch of One Spot Media, which is a very important part of the new strategy as we look to go global, local content is king. We've always known that. And one of the things we've actually done is to take it out and so that it can have its own space. We've launched the homegrown division, which is headed by Judith Alberga. She was to be the former programs manager. And the point of that division is that we always used to be producing local content and partnering with producers and doing stuff, you know, not really by the way, but not with the kind of focus that is going to start you creating content in a way that you're looking at this season of this drama, this season of that soap, just, you know, continuing. And that is part of the mission of that area.
Where are we now, Claire? 80-20? Where are we with local versus?
We are roughly at about 60-40. I mean, it does depend on the time of the year. At certain times of the year, we're closer to probably 70-30. But the aim is that by the time we get to March next year, we should definitely be a solid 70-30.
Excellent.
And it is... it's important for people to understand we're not going to have zero foreign content on the brand. That's not going to happen. I mean, we do not certainly produce movies in the volume that would allow us to have movies, local movies on. But we are going to get to a stage of about 70-30 and giving Jamaica that real sense of itself by watching this brand.
Thanks for coming, ma'am.
Yes.
You know what her ringtone is?
About time you get up early like we.
You know what her ringtone is?
No.
Ask her what her ringtone is.
Just look at us now.
No?
What is the ringtone?
I have 2 ringtones. That used to be the ringtone that I used all the time, but the ringtone now is One Spot Media, and you ought to have it. Those are the kind of things that get you to raise.
When you're on kind of phone, you don't know where you are.
She said she's going.
I said those are the kind of things that would have gotten you to
and if I
raise.
don't go news, you're going to fire me.
Correct.
But I went put in the ringtone and I get a raise. She's the general manager of television services. I call her Mrs. Boss, Claire Grant. 20th anniversary celebration continues after news in 5. Stay with us, please. Soon come.